All right, so we're on VulnLab today on retro, right? So let's go ahead and run scan it. We'll start off with that. And we do see that this is a domain controller, right? So it looks like we have, we got port 88 like right there. So let's go ahead and start to enumerate this guy like a little bit. We'll do an SMB client, attack L maybe. See if we get anything with this. We'll do this a couple different ways to show it. We can also do AXC, SMB, that like right there. I don't know why it keeps doing. Let me go ahead and just copy that. Whoopsie daisy. Restore all terminals. Just go ahead and copy that. Doesn't look like it can, actually. We'll try an XC, attack U anonymous. Attack P, no password. Shares, we can try something like that. We can also see if it just comes back as a plus sign or whatever else. We can try an LDAP search maybe. Right, but we don't know. Okay, retro VL. And anonymous login is enabled. SMB client didn't seem to want to go to it, but it is enabled. We'll do retro VL. Maybe it wasn't all the way started up, and we are getting stuff back. We can try something like this with LDAP search, right? We can also use the nope, nothing there. The Python script that I made that I'm still working on. It will be going up soon. And if you are on YouTube and talking, I do have to go all the way out and look at it. Hello, one. How you doing? So if it takes me a minute to get back to you, I apologize. All right, so we have this tradies like right here. Let's go ahead and try to get in there. Let's try to do this again. See if we can list these off. There we go. All right, cool. So it looks like we have something called tradies there. Let's go ahead and do a lookup SID for anonymous. See if we can do that. Think we can do that. TAC ed, I think, for no password, or is it just TAC ed? See if we do something like this also. See if we can drop users. See if we can drop users over here also. Because we can read IPC. So, okay, we dropped users over here. Cool. So let's go ahead and actually save that to a file then. We'll see if we can drop users over here. See if we can find anything. Okay, so over here we cannot drop users. And we also have that tradies share over here. So let's go ahead and go into tradies while that thing's dropping all of its users and everything like that. See if we can get somewhere with this. Okay, so we get import.text. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Get import.text. All right, we'll exit out of here. Now let's go ahead and cat that import.text. All right, dear tradies, I know some of you struggle with remembering strong, unique passwords. Decided to bundle every one of you up into one account. Okay, stop bothering us. All right, so let's go ahead and see. We'll grep for SID type user. Save that to a.text. Okay, so there's all our users. There's something called tradie. There's also a baking $sign. That's kind of weird, right? It seems like a machine account, but we got a DC like right here. That's a machine account, so that's kind of weird, like right there. Let's go ahead and drop all these. Let's go ahead and cat this, and we'll do a cut attack D. Probably for a slash, we'll say it first. Yep. Okay. Cool. Put that to b.text. Let's go ahead and cut attack D. B.text. We'll put that into a c.text. Oh, attack F. 1. There we go. And let's go ahead and do a that send command that I always forget every time. I'll get there one day. I'll remember it one day. Thank you. If it wasn't so easy to find, I'd probably write down. So that user.text. And then there we go. So we don't have that user.txt. We can also probably, well, we'll keep that sid.txt. We go and cat that sid.txt. We can grep for user or group. And look at, we got to see what kind of groups we have. We have a help desk group. That's different. A lot of these are normal, right? Domain admins, domain users, guests, computers, controllers. These are all just regular accounts that are made with Active Directory, but help desk is not. So help desk is a different account link right there. So that's something to remember about, right? And let's go ahead and use user.txt, right? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray. Let's see if anyone has the same username as password, right? So we do an xcsmb, the IP address, right? Which I forgot it. Tech U users.txt, tech P users.txt. See if that works. Hopefully it does work because we do have that anonymous login access or that null access. Not really anonymous, but it's null. All right, looking good so far. At least it's failing, right? Different things, right? Why is this slow? Why is what slow? I mean, that's not very slow. That's normal speed. Going through VPN, everything like that. That's pretty normal speed. And we don't have that many users. That's not very slow. I don't think it's very slow. But as you get up and walk away and come back around this time, whenever you try to do something like this. Did we get hit? Okay, cool. We got one hit. I must say, whenever it takes a little bit longer, usually you got hit. Okay, so we know how tradie works. Don't want to mess that name up, huh? Let's go and see if they're allowed to do anything. We'll use crack everything. And we're going to use the... And I also didn't put any threads to it, too. I just left the threads the same. There we go. See if this does anything right here. With the updated crack everything. Alright, so it looks like we don't have anything on there for that, right? But we do have tradie, right? So let's go ahead and look at those shares again, actually. Actually, I could just cast a b.txt, huh? Thought I actually had to do more of that. Oh, because I didn't just check, that's why. Look at those shares again. We'll see if there's anything weird in here. If there's another share that we can get into, maybe. Or something like that. And then we'll just kind of start to continue to enumerate it. Hello there, Florid, over on YouTube. How you doing? Okay, so we have notes. I didn't even notice that, but we can read notes. Probably because we couldn't read up here, huh? Probably could do much with it up here, could we? I don't think we could read it before. All right, cool. So we have notes in here. So let's go ahead and check out that notes portion of it. Let's go ahead and do a SMB client. And we'll do for the IP address here. Notes. Tradie. Let's go ahead and get that to do.txt. Get rid of their ancient baking software. It's finally time to clear up the mess they made. We should start with a pre-created computer account that was older than me. So that is a computer account, the baking one. Let's go ahead and see if we can't log into it. We already had tradie. What about baking? think it's something like this maybe. We saw that in the SID, right? Yep, we do have baking. Probably don't need to do a tac shares there. Probably do something like that. There's a link deleted. I don't think I have it to where links get deleted. We say try all possibility to shell with creds. Already did that. That's what crack everything does. Literally already did that. All right. So this isn't permission denied. So let's say we did something like we have a status no logout workstation trust account. We don't have anything with permission denied though. That's not gonna work. Try something like that. Actually, will this still work? Well, this one's status access denied, right? And then if we scroll up here, actually, we get status logout failure. Status logout failure, status logout failure, right? But baking, with the password of baking, is showing us that status no logout workstation trust account. No, that link right there is on GitHub. That crack everything's on GitHub. All right. So that like right there is something different. That's not a normal thing. So let's go ahead and actually have a thing for this. We'll go to Windows. I believe it's in Active Directory. It could be a K password somewhere. Might actually be aircrack-ng. We'll have it down there, aircrack-ng somewhere. Aircrack-ng. Yep, status no logon workstation trust account K password. Okay. So whenever you see that, right, you can go ahead. Let's go ahead and cat my etsykrv5.com file. Oh, I don't have one. Okay, so let's go ahead and sudo. That's because this machine is older or brand new. I mean, let's go and sublime him. Okay, and what we're gonna do is we're going to put in pretty much this, like right here. We copy this, put this in there, right? So let me go ahead and get this bigger for you guys. There you go. So a lot of this stuff is just normal, right? It's just straight up, okay? But default realm, all right, retro.vl, right? That's our domain controller, right? That's our domain name, okay? The rest of this don't change, okay? You just put in that exact thing like right there, okay? So pause the video, you type out those exact things, that'll make that KRB5 account. Then we do a realms for retro.vl, which is our default realm, right? KDC is the name along with the domain. So if we look at our machine up here, the name is dc.retro.vl, right? .retro.vl. So we say dc retro.vl. Admin server is also dc retro.vl. All right, we go ahead and save this now. And let's hop back over into here. And we will try to do a K password on baking, right? So we want to look at baking. And all we're going to do is we just need to type in K password, if I have it. Okay, that's a new one for me. Looks like we don't have K password, which we should, because that's just Kerbero's password. Yep, K password. Worked before. All right. Why is it K password out here more? Now we gotta do. Yeah, K password. Command not found. All right, let's go ahead and do this like real quick. We'll go ahead and we'll install that like right there. All right, doesn't like that at all. I feel like it's not gonna like this at all either. Yep, okay. Really weird that won't install that though. Yeah, will not install that, huh? That's a new one for me. Okay, we'll work on this. We'll work on getting this thing installed like right here. Maybe we just need to sudo apt install KRE5. KRB5 admin server config KDC. I wonder if any of them will take it. I wonder if we do a K password after that. Okay. Save retro VL now. Sure, I don't care. We can always just uninstall, reinstall, right? Okay, password's there now. So, I mean, that's good, right? But this thing doesn't, this thing actually froze up here. This guy's frozen. Okay. Well, then fucking shut it off then. I don't know what to tell you. Might have to actually restart the machine, huh? It's a little bit annoyed. Okay. Well, we'll get there. Let's, we should probably throw those two into Etsy host also, huh? Let's go ahead and throw those two into Etsy host like real quick. We'll go from there. I'll try to remember what the IP address was here. Just gonna go back out and copy it. All right, let's see here. Okay, password for baking retro VL. It was baking, right? All right, cool. We just changed to baking again, just so you know. So if we actually do a quick, let's see here, NXC again. Let's go ahead and see if that person can now log in. Still saying nothing there. Let's go ahead and change their password totally. See if that works. Okay, cool. So now we've now changed the password. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and now let's see if we can, because you're not really going to see much else. We can try crack everything here. Crack everything.py. All right, we can try our baking. And we're not really going to see much in here, right? So we're going to want to start to look at is certify. All right, still getting nothing out there, right? Let's go and try certify. And let's go ahead and throw our IP address in there. We actually have the same password. And we're going to save that command, except for this time we're just going to only look for vulnerable. So let's go ahead and do that. We only want to see vulnerable this time, if there is any. What's up, STM? How you doing? Certify looks at certificates and sees if any of those certificates are vulnerable to anything. And if it is vulnerable to something, then we can get an administrator's hash from the certificate. And we do have a vulnerable certificate. All right, so we have one vulnerable certificate. So now the next command is going to take a little bit of practice, okay? But we're going to go ahead and copy. I'm going to throw this over here. There's that guy. All right, we're going to go through. We're going to talk about this whole thing. We're actually getting rid of this key size first so you can see why we need that key size. So we're going to do certify, okay, REQ, TACU banking, all right, at retrovl, right? That's our user. Our password, right? TAC-C, all right, retro DCCA is going to come from the CA name. So the certificate authority name, all right? That's our retro DCCA. Our target is DC retro.vl, right? That's our full name, like right there. The template, which is retro clients, which if you don't know, template retro clients. All right. UPN, who do we want to, what information do we want to obtain? Administrators. Okay. We'll enter here. And we can also see the minimum key length. It's 4096. This is something that you do, this is something you want to pay attention to, is this minimal RSA key length. Because we see like right here, it's not getting it, right? Something's wrong, okay? But what if we put in that key size, $40.96, right? We match the key size that's up here. And now all of a sudden we get a something back, right? So before we weren't getting anything, because the default that's used by Certify is 2048. So we had to specify that, hey, we want to use a key length of 4096, which will then allow us to be able to get administrator.pfx. Okay, and that's a big deal like right there also, once we get that administrator.pfx. Because now, we're going to use Certify again, use that administrator.pfx, and what we're going to do is we're going to drop the administrator's hash because we're going to try to authenticate with that PFX using the administrator retro.vl and then following the domain controller IP, which is going to be retro.vl or the IP address. I don't know which one. We probably have to actually put in the actual IP address, huh? So let's go ahead and grab that IP address. Oh, I'm always doing good, Ascertainment. You know that. Always doing good. Although I haven't checked YouTube in a while, see if anyone said anything. Most likely not. That's many people don't have streaming on YouTube now. Oh, shit. All right. You got delay. What do you mean, do I have delay? And Gubo, how you doing? No, I have to get out of what I'm doing to look at the YouTube ones, Gubo. So I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So I have Twitch up on my phone. YouTube's on my machine. So I have to go back to it, to the YouTube one, and then look. Right? So we do get the hash for administrator, which means we can now utilize a pass the hash, right? Or we can do something like secrets dump, right? Retro.vl. I forget which way the slash goes, okay? .vl/administrator. All right. At the IP address of 10.10.64.27. Attack hashes. Let's try that. Morning, Dow Gorilla. Hey, Floor, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. I'm glad the videos are helping, stuff like that. Oh, man, the YouTube one is actually... Wait, no, that's because you guys can actually... If you're on YouTube, you can actually, like... you can actually say where you want the video to be at. While it's live, you can actually reverse. It's pretty cool. Quackwa, we are doing VulnLab Retro. And right now, we just obtained the administrator's hash through Certify, through a certificate. There's also delay on Twitch, but I'm going to see your messages faster on Twitch. But no, YouTube and Twitch are both up and running now with the streams, which I think is pretty cool. And I can make cool like little laughing faces and stuff. What I think is cool about YouTube is that you can literally rewind the video if you want to. That's what's cool about it. You can literally like rewind it in the middle of it running and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. You know? So we can dump these hashes out, right? That's really cool and everything like that. We can also get on there and look at that proof.txt, right? We can do something like a psexec.py, okay? If we enter here, we see that we can get it through hashes. All right, so we'll scroll up. We'll see how it wants it, okay? So we say psexec.py, and then we would say the retro.vl/administrator at the IP address, right? Which I already forgot the IP address. Okay. Whoops, that's not going to work now, is it? At that, then we can do attack hashes. And since we are administrator, we pretty much get it any way that we want to, right? And we do have to put that code there. That's because it does look for an lm-nt hash, all right? I know it's NTLM, I understand that, but it looks lm-nt because that's how it works, all right? I'm not Yankee Axe, but how are you? If you guys don't know, let me give a quick shout out to Yankee Axe. Let me see here. Yankee Axe, he does woodworking stuff, and it's super cool. YouTube channel over there. He does woodworking stuff like that. We just raided him one day. I think that he was more confused than we were on why a whole bunch of computer nerds just raided a guy outside woodworking. But I like woodworking, and I did it when I was back in the States and things like that, when I actually had a garage and I could actually work out of it. And like me and my buddy, we built the shed together, and then we built an addition to the shed together. So I mean, I like doing it. I built my dining room table, built quite a few floating shells, which Yankee Axe is probably like, yeah, those are jokes. So, but yeah, we could psexec in. We could use crap map exec right or NXC. Okay, SMB. We could use the administrator. So we don't ever have to crack his hash, right? Because we have his hash now. We don't never have to crack that to get a password. We could just continue just to use his hash the entire time, right? We could just say something like this. We could throw in a command in there, right? We could make a tac-c command. Or tac-x, I mean. Capital X for a PowerShell command. We say, who am I? All right. We could say tac-x. dir-c users administrator. If I could type. Desktop, something like that, right? So we can just look at his stuff and see what we're working with here and see if we can just find it like that. Because psexec needs to be taking a while. We can also try wmi-exec, right? And it's going to be the same exact layout like right here. And we can also use most likely WinRM also, right? So we can also do a quick evil WinRM. The IP address, right? Well, it looks like we actually could do that there. We do get a shell, so we are there at him. There we go. We're in the system now. We got dir. Let's see. We can try this up here. TechU administrator. This box is actually moving a little slow. Somebody else said earlier, this box is moving a little slow, isn't it? There we go. So we can cd to users, administrator, desktop. Do a dir there. Try to get it through WinRM with his hash over there. And we go ahead and type out that root.txt like right there. So we can see that we do have full over it, right? From here, we can also, you know, become entity authority system if we want to. If we do a who am I / all, we could become an entity authority system if we really want to. We could create a callback for ourselves, right? So we could make directory ctemp. Start up a little Python server over there, Python web server, and we can go ahead and we can do a quick, what if we get a PowerShell from here? Well, let's do a PowerShell taxi, wget. Right, we could get PowerShell up on this thing, or call for that to try and download it. Hopefully it works. I don't know if WMI is going to be like, yo, what are you trying to do here? Okay, and it did come back and grab it. So we should have that there now, right? So now we can go into CD to ctemp. And we can go ahead and do a netcat 64. Let's go ahead and RL wrap this guy on port 445. Call for command prompt, port 445, right? We should get a call back down here in a couple seconds. Oh, does not like that at all. Did it actually not get NC64? No, it did not. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. I wonder if it's actually stopping it. Because we are getting the 200 down here. So it is saying, hey, I grabbed that file. Yeah, his channel's super cool. So check him out, Yankee Axe, on Twitch, over on Twitch. Super cool. Florid, if you also, so if you have 2 months left until your exam, are you on Chad B. Noob's server for, what is it, OSCP? It doesn't seem like it wants to do it. This box is also run pretty slow. It's like someone else mentioned earlier. There's the brute force runs slow, and it's not moving the fastest like right now. But we can do whatever we want to on that box now. Become NC System Authority or whatever else. And yeah, pretty easy day like right there. Not too rough. Pretty easy day. Pretty easy day. All right. Morning, Dino. How you doing?